It wasn't a question whether we were going to go to college or not, because we were all now like given this opportunity to go to college, being here in the US, and my parents made sure that they did everything in their power so that our sole focus was education. I grew up in Albany Park in Chicago. I have a family of 6, and my dad is the only income. My parents both worked as waiters and waitresses, and so on a waiter's income, it's a family of 6 is a lot, especially growing up in Chicago.
When we find out that Wendy got accepted at Northwestern, for us, it was a dream.
When I got that letter, that meant so much, because that meant that like I could go to college without having to put that burden on the rest of my sisters, on the rest of my family, and that I had earned that money for those 4 years.
I mean, I think we cried, we hugged each other, and we went to celebrate, we went to eat. So it was a very, very emotional moments at that time.
Just having that tangible piece of paper was it was crazy, because I was the first one to, not only for my family, but for my sisters. And my dad was like, wow, we made it, like, this is it, you can go to college. My mom and dad kept saying, like, what a relief. So we all dressed up in purple, we took a lot of pictures, and it was a big celebration for all of us, not just myself. I think for me, the biggest way that the university supports incoming students is through the peer advisor and through the Wildcat Welcome experience. So certain experiences that I'll have, maybe it's an experience with a professor, like learning how to ask him a question, or maybe it's an experience with like a certain scholarship. I try to pass that on to students, because once you go through that experience, if you're able to share that with someone else and say like, hey, I didn't know this going through it, but like you can now learn from what I did. This financial aid that the university has provided me has meant that I can continue learning and just thinking without having to worry about that financial aspect of my education. For me, it's meant a lot, because I can focus on my projects, I can focus on my extracurriculars, and I think that means so much.
For me, it's perfect. And I wish that my 4 of them go to Northwestern.
Personally, what I hope for my daughter, I know she's gonna go far. Wherever she looks for it, we know she's gonna find it. And thanks to Northwestern.